Okay, welcome to IELTS class, and this is the fourth part. We are going to talk reading part and also speaking part too. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, so the first one we are going to discuss IELTS reading. So in this case, let's read the instruction. Reading model, matching information to sections of the text. So this part, we are going to talk about matching information to sections of text. This is another feature of IELTS reading test. Okay, let's read the instruction. In the reading module, you may be asked to match. Okay, this is the keyword to match information to sections of the text. In the academic training module, these sections will be paragraphs from a single passage. So the paragraph and then from a single passage. So later you will be provided a single passage and then you need to match. Okay, the sentence and then you need to paraphrase the blank. There is a blank requiring you to find the information on the text and then you need to paraphrase the text. Please be prepared and please remember that the writing, okay, or the wording that you will write down later need to be written no more than 3 words. Yeah. And then in the general training module, you might have a selection of advertisement. So it is in general training, a selection of advertisements rather than a single passage. In this case, you might be asked to match pictures to advertisements or match statements to advertisements. So in the IELTS reading test for general training, you will be given a selection of advertisements rather than the text or the passage. In academic Yes, in academic purpose or academic training module, you'll be provided a single passage. But in general training module, you'll be provided with a selections of advertisements. Yeah. So you need to match later the picture with the advertisements, and also you need to match the paragraphs with the passage, yeah, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's see. This is the first one. Identifying keywords and paraphrase. Okay, we've got advertisement, I can say. Yeah, it is Wire International. And then we've got this C, part C. Yeah, for the question. Let's see. Read the instruction. Read the advertisement above and find synonyms and paraphrase. So you need to find synonyms and paraphrases. Okay, different word with the same or similar meaning for. Find the synonyms of the paraphrases or the paraphrases of the required words. Okay, listed from number 1 to number 3. Let's see number 1. Having worked in this field before. So what is the paraphrasing word for having worked in this field before? Now you need to check it in the advertisement. Let's see. Wire International, 45 pounds, 45,000 pounds. Okay. This market-leading news channel requires a dynamic and experienced journalist to join our team covering events in South America. Based in Buenos Aires, you will be fluent in Spanish and English, have a minimum of 3 years experience in business or marketing journalism, have a degree in business or marketing, have the initiative required to work independently. Please email your CV to blah 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 blah. Okay, having worked in this field before. What is the paraphrasing word for having worked in this field before? That's perfect. You've got experienced here, 3 years experience. You have worked in this field before. Yeah. Number 2, being able to make decision yourself. The keyword is decision, and then yourself, alone. So you can find it here. The initiative. Okay, the initiative. So that's the paraphrasing word for being able to make decisions yourself. And then number 3, speaking other languages. Yeah, you've got here be fluent. Okay, be fluent in Spanish and English. Okay, so you have identified the keywords and paraphrases. So next, now, now I'd like you to match the information to the sections of the text. Yeah, of the text. So we are provided 4 advertisements and also 4 pictures. We need to match the picture with the advertisement. Let's see the first one, telesales advisor. Telesales advisor, and then you will have a good telephone manner and customer or sales experience. Oh, that must be number 2. Yeah, you need to put A here. Nah. And then B, truck driver. That must be obvious. It's number 1. Yeah, you need to write down B. Okay. Then number C, scissor hands, hairdresser. Hairdressers, that must be related to the hair. Yeah, it's number 4. It's C. Okay, and then the last one, Care hospital. Yeah, of course, this person is wearing a sort of surgical cloth. Yeah, so it is D. Okay, we have matched the pictures with the advertisements. So this is kind of feature that you are going to do later in IELTS reading tests for general training purposes. Okay, so the express tip here. The actual words used in the task questions are rarely exactly the same as the words in the passage. They are usually paraphrased or use a synonym. Just remember that every single questions in here, in this kind of parts, are paraphrased. So you need to find out the restatement. You cannot copy and paste directly whatever is written in the passage or in the advertisement. You need to find out the paraphrasing word for those words required by the questions. Okay, so that's the tips. And then the next one, nah. So table completions. So this is the first, yeah, the first what do you call it, feature, or the first questions that you will encounter in IELTS reading test. So let's read the instruction. Read the instruction carefully to see how many words. This is really important, very crucial. How many words and numbers you can use to answer each question. Because if you exceed or you surpass the number of words required by the question, it will be considered incorrect. And then first, study the whole table. You need to read the whole table at first. And does it tell you? What does it tell you? For example, what are the row and column headings? You need to read the row and column headings. And these headings will tell you what kind of information is missing from the table. Later, there will be a lot of blanks in the table. Now, your task is to find out the information that can fill in the context of the blank words in the table. Now, you need to read the column headings or the row headings. Okay, and then for each gap, find the parts of the text that it relates to. Search that part of text for the missing information and transfer the information to the table. Now, you need to search for the parts in the text. Okay, search it, and then you can transfer the information to the table, meaning you write them in the table. Okay, and then in this task, you are often tested on your knowledge of synonyms and paraphrase. Remember, knowledge of synonyms and paraphrase. For example, question 1, yeah, I asked if experience is necessary for each of the jobs. In the text, it says that experience is essential. Necessary and essential are synonymous, and then there are also kinds of paraphrase. Okay, now you cannot copy paste the same word from the passage to the table. Remember to paraphrase it. Okay, let's read the table. You've got the job. Okay, job, and then or the payment or the salary, and then the experience necessary. Yeah, the experience necessary, whether it is yes or it is no, and how to apply. How to apply. Okay, so we are going to go to the article here. Okay, here. Okay, so let's see the pay, yeah, because they're number 12, 14, 11, 13, and 15. So we need to fill in them based on the advertisement provided on the text or on the test's book. Okay, let's see. Trainee hairdressers. blah 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 per week. The payment, okay, per week. So let's find out the payment per week for the hairdresser. Okay, let's see. Hairdresser, oh, that must be here. Hairdresser. Successful applicants can enjoy $275 per week. Now, this is the payment. Okay, you have found the first information, then you write it down here, number 12. Okay, per week. And then number 14, the nurse. Okay, let's go to the nurse, staff nurse here. And then how much is the pay for the nurse? Yeah, this one, 8-month contract, £16,000, 525. Now, this is the salary that will be enjoyed by the applicants. Okay, so you write down in here number 14. Okay, and then experience necessary. Yes or no? Oh, it is here, the blank for truck driver. Let's go to truck driver. It's here. And then whether the truck driver needs the experience or not. Working for a large building company, £350 per week, driving license and experience of heavy machinery essential. Now you need to have the experience there of heavy machinery, meaning you need to write down yes in number 11 here. Okay, great. And then how to apply? How to apply the blank words are for trainee hairdressers and also the nurse. What about trainee hairdressers? Oh, let's go to the trainee hairdressers. Then how to apply? Now you can use the telephone. Okay, or you can telephone June, this one, or call in person to arrange an interview. Yes, or you can go directly to the address. Yeah, go to the address. Go, go to the office. Okay, go to the office. Number 13, for example. And then how to apply for the nurse. Yeah. So you can also post, meaning number 13, go to the office, or you can post your application. But perhaps you cannot use post since it is used post for the nurse, telephone or post. And then number 15, nah, apply on application for the nurse. This one's for the nurse. Okay, you can post it to this address. Okay, then you can email it. Okay, send an email or send an email. In number 15, you can write down send an email. Why? Because no more than 3 words or a number. One. So send an email consists of 3 words. Okay, yeah. Great. So the next one. Now, okay, here's the next one. Before we go to the text. Okay, let's see. Sentence completion. Before we need to have the table completion. Now sentence completion. Okay, what is it like? Let's see. Read the article. Yeah, later we are going to read the article, the 4 advertisements. Okay, for this task, there are 2 kinds of sentence completion tasks. You may be asked to complete a sentence by taking words directly from the text or choosing from a list of options. Okay, you can take directly from the text or you can use the list of options. Yeah, but they are still the same. Okay, you need to write them in the space provided. Yeah, read each sentence and identify the sections in the text it refers to. Okay, in sentence completion tasks with words from the text, try to predict the type of answer you are looking for, and then skim the section you have identified and look for synonyms and paraphrase. Remember to look for the synonyms. What is the synonym for the sentence provided in the question? Okay, and then in sentence completion with choices from the text, read the option carefully. It is like that more than one ending could complete the sentence. Read the endings again and decide which one matches exactly what the text says. Now, you need to carefully identify every single option provided by the questions, and then you need to find it in the text. Just remember that should be in restatement or synonym or paraphrases. Yeah. Note that in sentence completion, task question occur in the same order as they appear in the text. The answer to question blah blah blah, for example, will occur before the answer to question 8 in the text. So they always appear in order. Meaning number one is in the first paragraph, for example, number two is in the second paragraph, and then and so on and so forth. That they cannot be disorganized. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Nah, it's here. Okay, it's here. Nah, this is the text, and then this is the question. Wait, this one is the question. Now, look at statements 5 until 10 and advertisement A until D. Match each statement with the advertisement it applies to and write the correct letter A until D next to each statement. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 statements, and then this provided space is used for writing down which advertisement tells this sentence. Okay, so let's check this out. The first one, you will learn how to do the job. You will learn how to do the job. Please read by using skimming techniques. Okay, now you just skim, read fast, and then you find it here in sister hand hairdressers, full training. Right. If you say full training, meaning you will learn how to do the job later in the company, of course. Yeah, number 5. Yeah, here you need to write down C. Yeah, the advertisement C. Just write down C in the space, the blank space here. And then number 7 and number 6, the position is not permanent. The position is not permanent. Yeah. Okay, so it is not permanent, meaning temporary. Yeah. It is D, Corey Care Hospital, 8-month contracts. So you are only contract. Yeah, you are only a contract employee, yeah, in Corey Care Hospital for 8 months. That's why number 6, the position is not permanent. It is temporary. If it is temporary, now you need to write down D here. D for number 6. Okay, and then number 7, you will work at the weekend. You will work at the weekend. Let's read the whole advertisement. Then you will find out in telesales advisor. Telesales advisor, it is time here. Nah, Saturday meaning it is at the weekend. So number 7 belongs to advertisement A. Okay, number 7 belongs to advertisement A. You will work at the weekend. What about number 8? You cannot apply by phone. So, which advertisement that tells you that you cannot apply by phone? It's only advertisement D, meaning number 8 belongs to advertisement D, Delta Corey Care Hospital. Yes, since there is no phone number provided in the advertisement, there is only an address and also an email address. Yeah. Okay, then you will sell something. Number 9. Okay, sell something. Now it is obvious. Telesales advisor. Telesales advisor. If you are a sales advisor, you must be selling something. That's why number 9 belongs to advertisement A. Okay, number 9 is advertisement A. And number 10, you can start this job straight away. Start this job straight away. Okay, so if it is straight away, meaning immediate, start, oh, meaning number 10 belongs to advertisement A. So that's how you answer this reading test. Okay, yeah. Be careful. Read, yeah, every single sentence and every single word that need to be copied to the answer sheet letter. Yeah, it must be in restatement or paraphrase. Okay, great. So we have discussed this one. Then now let's go to speaking part 2. Okay, speaking part 2. Let's read the instruction. Speaking module part 2. In part 2 of the speaking exam, the examiner will ask you to speak for 1 or 2 minutes. Just 1 or 2 minutes. You cannot exceed 1 or 2 minutes to speak in speaking part 2 on the topic of a card that you will be given. Now, in the future, in the real test, you will be given a card, yeah, by the examiner. Okay, and then you have 1 minute. Now, you've got the estimate of 1 minute to prepare. Yeah, to prepare meaning you can take notes. You can make some notes here. Okay, and then you will be also provided with the paper and also the pen, get to write down your notes. Yeah, and then you will then speak without interruption from the examiner for 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, 1 or 2 minutes, it will be done smoothly by you. You just speak whatever the idea you've got on your notes. Okay, and when the examiner wants you to stop talking, he or she will do so by asking you 1 or 2 follow-up questions. You should spend only a few seconds answering these. Okay. After 2 minutes, the examiner will stop. Okay, stop your talking. Yeah. And then if you have still many ideas, the examiner will ask you 1 or 2, yeah, 1 or 2 follow-up question in order to make you elaborate, okay, your um, story in this case. Okay, what it is like. So the card will be like this. And this is the card, the example of the card. Describe a job that you or someone you know have done. You should say what the job was. Now there are some components that you need to put in your speaking. Yeah, what the job was and what you had to do exactly. And then if you would do this job in the future, or not, and explain what you liked and didn't like about it. Yeah, explain it. So meaning you need to elaborate all of the information in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. Now, there are some tips for you before you do the speaking test for this part. Okay. Checking you understand the topic cards. So you can check your understanding, okay, relative to the topic card by asking question to the examiner. Okay, so perhaps you don't understand someone you know, then you ask your examiner, can I talk about my father's job? Yeah, this is a way for confirming your understanding about the card. Okay, and then what you had to do exactly, perhaps you don't know exactly. Yes, and then you ask, can you elaborate more what exactly means? Yeah, and explain what you like and didn't like about it. Yes, and then you can say, nothing, nothing. Yeah, perhaps to the examiner or to yourself in this case. Okay, you just analyze the card and then find out something that you don't understand and check your understanding with the examiner. It's okay. Don't be nervous. Okay, don't be so nervous. And then the examiner will then either confirm the student's idea or explain the question. The examiner will have two options: confirm the student's idea or explain the question. And then there are some expression that you can use. Yeah. By blah blah blah, do you mean blah blah blah? This is for a confirmation. By someone you know, do you mean that I can talk about my father's job? Yeah, for example. Now you can use these useful expressions. If I understand this correctly, it means that now you need to confirm to the examiner. Yeah, you've got the periods here. Add what you don't understand. So, in other words, it's saying you can also add what you don't understand. And then, so is it okay if I talk about my father's job? Okay, or it says here blah blah blah, but I don't understand what it means. Yeah. So later the examiner will explain your not understanding about it. Okay, and then the tips. Okay, the tips when you make notes later, you are taught to make notes. You don't have to write full sentences. You cannot, yeah, even you don't have to write the full sentences like subject verb agreement need to be fulfilled, and also the analysis of syntactical sentence and so on. You don't need to put that. What you need to do is to put the ideas. You can even write notes in your own language. You can write notes in Bahasa Indonesia. It's okay, but you shouldn't forget to underline the keyword. Yeah, please remember the keyword that you want to express later in your story, yeah, in your speaking. Okay, great. So this is the IELTS speaking part 2 for this task. Yeah, the examiner will give you a topic card and a piece of paper and pencil to make notes. Yeah, all of the what do you call them, stationaries, okay, of the stationaries, school stationaries will be provided by the examiner. Yeah, and then read the card carefully. You need to read the card carefully. If you don't understand, ask the examiner to explain. Yeah, if you don't understand, you can ask the examiner to explain and make some notes in English or on your own language. It's up to you whether you are really capable of writing down the notes in Bahasa Indonesia. It's okay to help you organize your thoughts before you speak. On your notes, underline any keywords you want to make sure to include. Yeah, you cannot write down the subject verb agreement in a sentence. You don't need to because it is not a writing assignment or it is not a writing test. It is a speaking test. You only need to write down the points, the pointers, and also the bullets. Yeah, the bullets if they are necessary to do so. And you can use Bahasa Indonesia to do that. But remember, in the test, you cannot use Bahasa Indonesia, of course. And then try to cover each point on the card, but don't worry. If you don't cover all the points in your notes when talking, keep going even if you make a mistake. Now, if you make a mistake, just keep going. Just keep going. Yeah, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long you will speak because later, if the time is up, your examiner will stop your talking. Yeah? And if you are stopped while talking, meaning that it's okay, it's okay. Yes, it doesn't reduce as long as you've got a very good accuracy, you've got a very wide vocabulary, wide range of vocabulary, and wide range of grammatical functions or expressions. Yeah, it's okay. Make sure to look up from your cards and make eye contact with the examiner when you are speaking. Sometimes we are very nervous in order to make eye contact with the examiners, but no problem. You can see her or his hair, for example, or her or his forehead. Yeah, in order to make an eye contact, if you are really nervous to see directly or to look at directly to the eyes of the examiner. Then don't worry about talking for too long. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, the examiner will interrupt later you when he or she wants you to finish. Okay. And then if they have interrupted you, meaning you need to prepare the conclusion. You will then be asked a few questions to end this part of the test. An example of a follow-up question that the examiner might ask you is there any job that you would never consider doing? Yes. For example, if it is related to the job. Okay. Yeah, if you have been told to finish your speaking, then you finish speaking, yeah, whenever you want, even though it is still hanging, and later on the examiner will ask you a follow-up question. Okay. The next, so I'll give you the example here. I'll speaking part 2 with Nikki. So I'll give you this card, and then Nikki will tell you the story about the provided information in the card. Describe a job that you or someone you know or have done. You should say what the job was, what you had to do exactly, if you would do this job in the future, and explain what you like and what you didn't like about it. Okay, so Nikki will explain you about her father's job. I want to talk about my father's job. He is a plumber. The job is really nice. I want to talk about the responsibilities of the job. A plumber is in charge of repairing the water pipes in the households. Well, I want to say that I want to do this job in the future since it is a service that helps many people with the plumbing system. However, I do not like the job if it requires me to climb the high level of plumbing on the roof. I assume that this is too risky. Okay. Please pay attention to the underlined words. You've got I want, I want, I want. Okay, so please avoid repeating the same words all the time. If you keep repeating the same words all the time, your score will be reduced by the examiner. You need to find out the synonym from I want. Okay, I wish or I'd like to. Yeah, I enjoy, for example. You need to explore as many vocabulary as possible in order to make you more fluent, yeah, in English and more natural in English. Yeah, so please avoid saying the same word all the time. Yeah, because they will be considered as one word. I want, even though you have said so many words. I want will be considered as one word because it is repeated. Please avoid repetition because it will become monotonous. Okay, thank you, Nikki, for modeling the speaking test for part 2 in IELTS. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that it will give you much insight related to IELTS speaking test part 2 and also the reading parts. Yeah, so I'll see you again next week and then have a nice day.